everybody. I'm coming to you from my stoop today. I'm just outside my house getting a little bit of fresh air and listening to all the little sounds. You might hear some birds as I read to you today, or maybe a plane, or maybe a neighbor walking their dog. So the story I picked out for you today is called Hurty Feelings by Helen Lester. The illustrations, or this picture right here, is by Lynn Munsinger. And I borrowed this book from the Huntington Valley Library. So I've got lots of them in my basement that I didn't return before we were in this situation. So I'm glad to have extra books to read to you today. This is a nice little character we see here, and she's feeling kind of a little bit, maybe a little sad. So let's figure out those feelings, because I'm sure you guys have a lot of feelings. Maybe one day you're feeling happy or hopeful, and that's good. We want to hold on to those feelings of happiness, but it's okay maybe if you're feeling a little hurty or sad, or maybe a little confused that you don't know how you're feeling. So let's take a look at this character and see how she's feeling. Hurty Feelings by Helen Lester, illustrated by Lynn Munsinger. Fragility was a solid piece of work. There's a picture of her right there, Fragility. When she walked, her world wobbled. In the hippo game, sink to the bottom, she was always the first to touch the mud. Can you figure out which one Fragility is? I see her right here on the bottom. Her strong jaws could munch a field of grass faster than any lawnmower, and she never cried when she stubbed one of her toes, or all 16. Maybe we could count to 16 together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, you did it. Pat yourself on the back. Good job. But if injured toes didn't bother Fragility, something else did. Injured feelings. Fragility was fragile. When something is fragile, it means it can break really easily, so you have to be extra careful with it. So you have to be extra careful with Fragility's feelings. When someone said, "Fragility, you look so nice today," she would wail, "Oh, you hurt my feelings." Nice? Do you know what else is nice? Cupcakes are nice. So you're comparing me to a squishy cupcake? With that, she would flop on the ground and weep. Or if someone said, "Fragility, you have such wonderful sturdy legs," she would wail, "You hurt my feelings." Sturdy legs? You know what else has sturdy legs? A piano has sturdy legs. So you think I have piano legs? And flop, she'd go, weeping. That's the second time I heard that word, weeping. When we weep, it means that we kind of just cry. I took a walk yesterday with my family and I saw some weeping willows, and they just kind of drip down. They look like they're crying, like teardrops falling down and down. Weeping. And if someone said, "Fragility, you have such cute little ears," she would say, "You hurt my feelings." Cute little ears? Do you know what else has cute little ears? People have cute little ears. So you think I resemble a people? Flop, weep. There she goes, crying again. As time went by, the other hippos, fearing she would throw more fits, kind of stopped speaking to Fragility, and she became a solid piece of loneliness. Yeah, it's no fun to feel alone. That's no fun. One afternoon, all of the hippos decided to play a game of pickup soccer. Fragility had chomped to the field to perfection. She stood solidly in the goal, making save after save after save. Look at that. She's bouncing all those balls off her. She's not weeping right now, is she? She's tough. All was going well until Hurty appeared. Un elefante. You see the elephant there? And Hurty had an appropriate name, for Hurty was extremely rude. Uh-oh. Hurty didn't remember his manners. I am going to eat your goal, he announced. For me lunch. The hippos gasped. Can you gasp like that? It's when you take your breath in really, really big. They gasped in horror. They did not like the sound of that. Step aside, big solid thing, Hurty bellowed at Fragility. You're blocking me lunch. I'm hungry, and I don't have all day. Fragility was frightened, right? She was a little scared. But she was a solid piece of work, the protector of the goal, and thus she stood her ground. So Hurty, who knew of Fragility's fragile feelings, decided to dissolve her with insults. Means he was going to try and hurt her feelings on purpose. Thumbs up if you think that's a good idea. Thumbs down if you think it's a bad idea. Let's see. You, said Hurty with a smirk, are very gray and pudgy. Very gray and pudgy? Wailed Fragility. Do you know what else is very gray and pudgy? An L. The weeps took over. She couldn't quite finish her sentence. Hurty stomped his foot. There's no such thing as an L. And stop weeping on me lunch. By the way, you've got legs like tree stumps. Tree stumps, wailed Fragility. Do you know what else has legs like tree stumps? An elephant. The weeps took over, and she couldn't finish her sentence. Hurty jumped up and down. I've never heard of an elephant. And I repeat, stop weeping on me lunch. You're making it soggy. Have you noticed your ears are just plain weird? I'm weird-eared? Wailed Fragility. Do you know what else has weird ears? An elephant. Weeps and all, she finished her sentence. Elephant? Wondered Hurty. Seriously? Elephants have weird ears? He trotted over the water and looked at his reflection, and I see him gazing here in the tub. When you look in a tub of water, or maybe a puddle if you take a walk, you'll see your own reflection. That's a picture of you looking back at you, right? It's your own image. So there's Hurty, and there's Hurty's reflection. That's what he looks like. He trotted over to the water tub and gazed at his reflection. And his big, floppy, weird ears, right? And his tree stump legs, and his very gray, pudgy body. And then he trotted back, flopped in front of the goal, and wailed, "You hurt me feelings." Seeing the big bully in such a state, Fragility couldn't help but feel sorry for him. Right? She knew what that was like. She brought wet washcloths to soothe his red eyes and tissues so he could blow his trunk. Yeah. She's comforting him. right? When we feel sad, we want somebody to help us feel like we're safe, we're going to be okay. So she's comforting him. Then she cradled his head and cooed, "There, there, I know just how you feel." Right? We comfort our friends when they're sad. In time, Rudy calmed down, and he did not eat the hippo's gold. He said he'd be back soon to cheer them in their game. "But first, I'm off for me lunch," he said. "A salad." There he goes, trotting off. As he lumbered away, Rudy called, "Fragility, you're such a solid piece of work." "Solid piece of work," she cried. "Do you know what else?" And then she stopped short. She smiled sweetly, and she said, "Why, thank you." And there she is in her dainty little way. Oh, why, thank you. And that's the end of our story. So as you guys spend some more time at your home with your family, figuring out your feelings, remember it's okay to have lots of different feelings. Maybe you'll feel like happy or sad sometimes, and that's okay. But remember, if you have a feeling that's really big and you can't quite get yourself around it, stop, put your hands on your tummy, and take your deep belly breaths. Name how you're feeling. Maybe you say, like, "I feel really mad right now," or "I feel confused right now," and then take your breaths. And remember, it's going to be okay. All right? So I'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Bye.